Hey y'all. So as usual, I'm in the car driving. So please pardon that my eyes are not on you. I did just want to make a quick video because something very hardcore transpired in my vision last night. Now I'm not really certain if it was a vision or if intentionally I was planted with these details and information and data, and I'll follow up with another video that will have visuals and stuff. There's a lot of visuals, but all these things are really going to be coming out, so I don't feel any type of way about saying what I need to say and posting it. And I also think that our agencies, I won't say the letters, but our agencies definitely, some willpower, some whistleblowing power to, release this information, but I think that they utilize us to do it. So basically, it started with me being in a remote view watching a meeting of some sort about how they're going to tell everybody what's really what's really around us, what's really going on in our reality. Truth of the matter is, I'm on the freeway going to work to earn money, but in a nutshell, we have no idea, all the fossil fuel and fuel emissions, propane emissions that we're all pumping out of our cars are giving oxygen to these other things, these other organisms. We're all creating a super organism. All these emissions are going to the atmosphere. All the rocket launches, it's like handing something over. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the mafia, but of the universe. And we're all the specimens that are creating these paraphernalia, and we're passing them on. I don't know. It's weird. Also, there are other galaxies that are they're in motion. People think that everything is in one place, and it's still, and it's not. It's like a clock. So you got your bigger hand, your lower hand. You have the ticky, and you have your nose. So everything is in motion. It's actually, what I meant to say was inside of a clock. Not an actual clock itself, but inside of a grandfather clock. Everything is rotating and it's moving and it's constantly revolving. So there are galaxies that are getting closer. It's just that the fact that our emotional capacity, our mental and visual capacities are very limited. We couldn't handle seeing all these things transpire within a 2-minute period, which is why our rotation of Earth is much more slower than what is happening outside of Earth. Everything's actually moving much faster. So when they say light years, it's really a made-up word for making us think that it takes longer. But it's not. We're rotating slower. Kind of like if someone is driving next to you and they're really slow and you pass them up. So for the time it takes them to press their gas to speed up to you, that's light speed. It's the catch-up button. The documents that I also saw in a remote view showed different species. There was some talk about 61 to 100 different races that are already here. Not like human race, but hybrid races. I don't believe this too much, 100%, but there was a showing of what creator looks. I won't say God, but I say what creator looks like from outside of the universe. But it was like an ancient sculpture on another planet. I really started not to believe there are planets, though. That's just me. Because have we seen other planets, literally? There are other disks and different things passing by. I think we are now starting to see Nibiru, or Planet X, or what have you, in the morning time. Look in the east. And I think that is also why we have daylight savings, because when it's close, we have extra sunlight in the morning. It's always brighter. We get more daylight, basically, because there's another anomaly. Words for wisdom. He knows a lot. And that's also why here in Los Angeles, it's so mucky and June gloom to cover it up. And also because we're in the Ring of Fire, it just says that we're in a different location. And that's really what can show people, like, what our planet or plane that we live on actually is. It's not a ball. It's not a basketball that we are levitating on that has gravity. Because if we're in a specific area and the specific area is being covered intentionally, it means that something is flying by that particular axis. The axes. Remember when they had the eclipse, the Great American Eclipse, and then they had the X. So it was really showing everybody exactly, where things were going to be passing by. What else? I should probably get off the freeway right here. There is a lot of traffic. Something happened up there. I saw police vehicles. What can I jumble into this conversation? There were just a lot of weird things. I can't wait till I get to a piece of paper and I can draw these things. There was like some dealings with military forces and using these I would say extraterrestrial races, ETRs. Because I think out of respect for, their presence, I would say they're ETR. Or ERs, extra races. They're extra. They were using like torment techniques on, other countries. And I'm like, is that why America never lost any, fabricated wars? It's all cheating. And then I guess, I don't know, China's mixed up in it too. But they're kind of like, they're stuck on purpose because they're the ones who are the chemical lab of the world. So there's really no out in all of this other than death. And death is just the way the spirit returns back to a ether or a peaceful place, if that makes any sense. Because everything that's created physically is just all a bunch of meat, carbon, breathing garbage. And so to return to spirit is to escape all of this mess. So technically there is no God in this physical that can do anything for anyone at all. It's all spirit. So that's why whenever we are hooked up clairvoyant wise, or we're in a benevolent, a benevolent feeling, like every time I go on YouTube and speak, I really don't plan these speeches. It's just sort of like I just let it flow. And that's a benevolent, I'm like a benevolent instrument. Yeah. Ugh. that vision was bananas. There's so much more too. How the refineries and the vapor, those vapor factories where they make the rain and stuff. They're not making just rain; they're making vehicles, and they're helping the cloaking. So we were told one thing, but it's encouraged for other reasons. Oh, there's a blackout. Like this whole block in the freeway is blacked out. Both the lights are out. So weird. Everything's just so, like, after I had that dream, I'm like, oh my God. That's what I get for wanting to know too much. Now I know too much, and it's like, ugh. But I don't know. I was able to extract all this, I guess, because when I laid down and go to bed, or went to bed last night, first of all, a really close friend of mine, his father had passed literally yesterday. And a lot of times when I'm connected to people, I'm pulled with them. And I can feel like the loss of breath, the slowing of the heart, the stopping of the heart, the cramping of the body, and the last breath. And then it's like, I'm still here. And then I have an uncle who just went on life support as well. And then I have another uncle who his lung cancer went to stage 4 yesterday. So there was like 3 horrible, experiences yesterday. And I'm just like, So that lower vibration, I guess, lower dimensional connection, I guess. When I was lying down to go to sleep, show off. Anyways, he's playing Dua Lipa. Yeah, I think there was like this little presence that came by, and then I almost had sleep paralysis. And I hate every time sleep paralysis comes on. I'm like, no, leave me alone. You're not welcome here. Go away. Shoo. So I grabbed I have this natural rose quartz. It just looks like a regular stone out of the ground. But a friend of mine, while he was on a excursion, they were able to extract raw rose quartz. And so a lot of times when I feel under attack, I actually keep this rock close to my chest, and I'll go to sleep with it. So I think I was able to channel whatever the entity was during the sleep paralysis attempt. But the rose quartz really was the blocking mechanism. So I wasn't really but I was able to connect to whatever that was. And I was able to see the galaxy that thing came from, how it traveled here, and all the details, information. They even have how we have a consulate, whenever we go to another country, and they have a whole galactic consulate, and they're told how to, it's so bananas, y'all. You would think I'm crazy. Anywho, I better pause, because this is a lot. But I thank you guys so much for being part of the channel, and yeah, craziness. Let me know your thoughts, what you think. I'll definitely have a part 2. I'll try to do it later today when I'm home. I'll have some images. Yeah, and don't worry about me. Don't be like, oh no, what are they gonna do because he's saying too much? Well, no, they permit this more so than us being in the business of the elite. So that is what I know. And actually, that's what I was told was, we welcome more of this cuckoo talk rather than, trying to figure out what Beyonce is up to, right? Leave her alone. All right, see you guys next video. Bye.